If you're scared of taking finasteride and minoxidil when it comes to hair growth and fixing your hair loss, here's some alternatives that you can use yourself. Now, first of all, I want to preface this by saying if you're not on finasteride and minoxidil, you are most likely not going to be able to save your hair long term. You can, however, slow your hair loss and you will see some decent results, but finasteride and minoxidil are the two things that are mainly proven to work best together. These are what's really going to stop your hair loss if you catch it in time, but a lot of people are scared of these things for a stigma online that I don't agree with at all. I think it's BS. I've been on finasteride and minoxidil for a long time without any side effects, but also if you're under 18, these things will definitely help. And if you're using finasteride and minoxidil, you should also be using these things. I also have a cold right now, so sorry if I sound awful. Anyway, the first thing that you should use is some type of oil blend. I use Main Elixir Oil Blend. It combines jojoba oil, castor oil, pumpkin seed oil, saw pimento extract, green tea extract, black seed oil, rosemary oil, peppermint oil, cinnamon bark oil, caffeine, and copper tripeptide. Now, these are all natural oils specifically used for hair growth. They all do different things. Rosemary oil is just as powerful as 2% minoxidil. Pumpkin seed oil is known as a natural DHT blocker. Castor oil is a good oil to help all of the oils mix together so you don't get any irritation from using these oils. Sometimes if you use oil blends that don't have a good carrier oil within them, your scalp could get irritated a little bit. Castor oil is very good to help with that. It's not that expensive either, so this type of stuff you can get without having to spend a lot of money. You just put some in the syringe, put it in your hair. I do this 3 times a week. 3 times a week, usually at night. I'm doing it during the day right now. And then you wash your hair in the morning, and you just rub it in. That's all you do. You just rub it in. It's great stuff. Very good stuff. I recommend this to everybody. I love this specific one, Main Elixir Blend, because I used to mix my oils on my own. I used to buy rosemary oil, castor oil, and pumpkin seed oil on the own, mix it into a little cup, and I used to apply it and then mix it again when it ran out. But this has been a lifesaver. So definitely check that out if you want to use that. Another thing everybody should be doing is derma rolling. I use a derma roller. Some people like the derma stamp better. I think it really depends on your personal preference. They both are phenomenal. Now, my personal opinion, if you're a diffuse thinner like me, where you thinned all around on top of your head, you should use a derma roller because you're really trying to get your entire scalp. If you're someone that just receded and you're just worried about a hairline, a derma stamp might be better because you can just stamp on the hairline and it'll get a little bit easier than rolling. Do this for a couple minutes. I only do it once a week. Do it until your scalp is red and apply a good amount of pressure while you're doing it. It promotes blood flow to the follicle itself. This will help it get that nutrients that it needs. Also, if you're using other things to work with it, it makes it easier for it to actually hit that follicle and absorb correctly. And lastly, another thing I think everybody should be using is some type of scalp massager. I just washed it, so it's a little wet right now. But some type of scalp massager. I use one from Amike. I love the material. I used to use one that was plasticky, and this one's kind of rubbery, and I like it a lot more. It's smooth. This isn't like anything crazy that's going to grow your hair back if you're like just using this. But if you do it correctly and scalp massage correctly, a lot of people just rub it all around. It's not how you do it. You got to kind of like get in there and move your scalp with it. You see how I'm doing it? Move your scalp with it. And what this will do, especially if you do it last, it'll help absorb whatever you're using for your hair routine. And it's just good for the hair follicle. It's nothing too crazy. This is not going to do a lot, but it's just a support thing, you know. It's a support thing. It helps everything else work properly. It disperses it to every single individual hair. And, when you're someone like me who was fully bald at one point, you need everything you can get. And I stand by this as a very good thing to use. I think this is like $7 on Amazon. I have no idea. Everything I use is linked in my bio, so if you want to go check it out, you can just click that and go look at it all. And as you can see, where you look where it's still kind of thin, you can see my scalp is very slightly red right now from the derma rolling. That means I did it perfectly correct. You don't want any bleeding. If you ever bleed from derma rolling, you're doing it too hard, and that is not healthy because you could create scarring, and that's the counteractive. That's bad for your hair. So just make sure you do your research, clean the derma roller too, do everything correctly. Love you guys so much. See you soon.